and welcome. Right, now today I'm be taking you through day 2 of the UK finals for the cansat competition 2023. So let's get straight into it. Right, so we arrived back at the STEM Learning UK Centre, which you saw in the previous video, and we had a timetable that we had to see. Right, so as you can see, the timetable is here. So the actual competition was to get all of our cansats together, fire it up in a rocket, and to do the primary mission and our secondary mission. Now, our primary mission was to measure temperature and pressure as the can descends and transmit the results to our ground station. Okay. Now, the secondary mission that we chose, because teams have to choose this, was to orientate the can, right? Test for signs of life, transmit the results, receive commands from ground station. Now, all of our secondary mission was based on the NASA Phoenix Mars lander, which was launched on August 4th, 2007. It analysed the planet's soil, so primarily basing it on that, reasoning being that it tests for signs of life. Okay, so let's get straight into the launch, right? So we started off the launch, we started off by getting all of our can together, make sure it was ready for the launch. And to win the competition is basically, it's the one that's most sophisticated, has the most sophisticated can, basically. The one that achieves the primary and secondary mission the best, and the one that we had to do a presentation to all of the judges it's basically all the judges, and basically they judge on that as well, right? So let's get into the launch, right? So as you can see the launch. We've got the whole team here. I wasn't there because of a reason. I can't see here. So you may be wondering, what is he holding? He's holding an antenna. So the communication. So he points at the can, and so our communications from the can to the ground station, as well as the ground station to the can, actually reaches. Now, we're actually unique because that is called a two-way communication, and we are doing that, right? So let's get into the launch. Now, I'm going to be quiet during the launch, so here is the launch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, cool. Now, as you can see, it went up, and it obviously went down. All right. So yeah. So then basically we retrieve the can, and we do the testing, and we do our secondary mission, which is to make sure the results transmitted to our computer, as well as make sure the temperature and pressure was transmitted to the ground station, as well as we did a solution for testing signs of life. Here is the actual software. So the software is called Node-RED, and as you can see, it's a perfect software because it shows us exactly the cansat battery voltage, the atmospheric pressure, which is for a primary mission, the temperature intel, which is again for our primary mission, the CO2 concentration in the air, so we can compare this to say a different planet like Mars, and we can compare it and put it to our results for testing this for signs of life. The height above the ground, because obviously we need to know how far it actually went up for the rocket, and the temperature the external temperature for our can.